4K, HDR10 compliant, and interpolated frames, all of which the P3 lacks. But for 35,595 pesos, is its 1200R curvature and dedicated Netflix button enough to convince consumers to grab one? Our review unit came in champagne gold. The top and side bezels are relatively thin compared to the chin which houses the speaker system, which we'll get to later. At its thickest point, it is 100mm, and it is where most of the ports are. Off the top, we got a USB 2.0, Ethernet port, 2 HDMIs, 2 coax inputs, RCA input, a third full-size HDMI port, USB 2.0 again, and a 3.5mm audio output. And yes, being in 2017, there is a Wi-Fi card inside that you could use for a less hassle setup. Behind is a manual 5-button directional control that just shouldn't be used in any way since a remote is included. Overall, it's not the most flattering thing there is, but seeing its 1200R curve elevates the P3 stand. And talking about stands, the P3 comes with installable stands and with support for VESA mounting. For TV bluffs, you'd be able to tell at a glance that this does not have a 4K. Even from just 2 feet away, individual pixels can be pointed out. Visuals are not that impressive, but for its price, it's more than acceptable. Blacks do get a lot noisy in scenes with a lot of contrast even with the noise reduction in high. But colors do pop out well enough whenever needed. With a contrast ratio of 4,000,000:1 as per TCL, it will not give the best cinematic experience but will still suffice for day-to-day use, even when gaming. Off the gaming mode, its 8 millisecond of response time is going to be a major turn-off for competitive console and PC gamers alike, even with its gaming mode on. Regarding viewing angles, it's good for up to 178 degrees, but mind you, this is a curved TV. There are only a handful of sweet spots wherein the immersion can be felt the most. But with a relatively low 1200R curvature, the acceptable angles are wider than most. Unlike the display, the pair of 15-watt speaker in the chin bar is actually impressive. Even with the lack of dedicated subwoofer, bass lines leave a lasting impression without drowning or being drowned by higher frequencies. The mids will get muddy with the volume turned all the way up, then again, who uses their TV that way? May it be music, movies, or gaming, the P3 has their profiles ready for you along with a custom one that you can adjust to your liking.
Why is it that you resent being home so much, do you think?
As for the long remote, it works intuitively for the most part, with a number of mainstays found in other remotes. What's different about this one is the glaring Netflix button. Since the TCL P3 works great as either a YouTube or Netflix device, with native Chromecast capabilities for the former, allowing for screen mirroring. The other applications are not even recommended to use since they're slow and limited. Not that it's bad, but for the price, size, and purpose, it is still ideal to check out what's on sale in the market right now. Unlike smartphones, new TVs became less and less expensive over time, and it's never a bad idea to check what's discounted and what's new. The P3 is in a league of its own that isn't unnecessarily untouched, but works really well as a living room TV or even a personal room TV. This has been Rain of Manila Shaker. Thank you for watching.